What's going on, people? My name is Aaron and welcome to UX Crypto. You are in the right place to find the best altcoins on the market. All right. If you like that, press that like button, and yes, press subscribe if you're new around here, because yes, you need to be around. All right, for all of the fun stuff, what's going to happen inside of crypto, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking out there, and yeah. But let's not wait around, okay? Let's get into today's proceedings and see exactly what's going on. So, yeah, this is actually my sheet. If you've ever seen this, this is not my main cheat sheet. I actually have a cheat sheet, and it's got literally absolute beast mode gems. So here you can just see a couple, right? And yeah, actually at the moment, right, these are the fan favorites you've probably heard of in the market, or maybe you haven't, but look, they're only like 22, 24, 27, 30, 37 for me, right? And yeah, I've got way better ones than I think the majority of the market. And if you guys obviously want to get those, then join the Patreon. There's a link in the description down below, and you can get the top 20. And there's actually more than top 20 in there. So yeah, but I'm just trying to give you the game plan of exactly what I'm doing. So obviously, the way I see the altcoins market right now, this is where a lot of gains are going to come from in crypto. I've been in crypto since 2016, by the way, and yeah, literally, I think we are around about here. So altcoins are starting to get their run up, right? And I think there's going to be a dump, all right. Maybe there won't be in terms of Bitcoin's is flying, as we know, right? But I think there'll always be a dump because it's going parabolic. There'll be a dump, and that is where I think altcoins are going to have a flash out too. But they won't go really, really bad or anything. But then I think the big run is going to happen, okay? And that is where I have sell signals, which are going to be dropping very soon inside of my Patreon. And that is when I'm getting out, and everyone else who is potentially following these same strategy that I am going to be releasing will also be nice and safe with all their bags all buried and done. All right, so they'll be good. And yeah, obviously gains in the market so far, like everyone's probably doing similar to these type of gains, right? But this is what to expect. So obviously I've been through other cycles. You can see the type of gains I've had in the other cycles before, and yeah, this is the type of cool stuff. And in terms of top narratives, all right, so obviously I think AI gaming and Bitcoin scaling. So obviously Bitcoin ETFs come out, and yeah, Bitcoin ETFs they need to scale, right? So what's going to happen with that? Scaling solutions for Bitcoin, I think they will do very well, and it's been proven so far. Also, gaming, very easy to understand for retail. AI is just going crazy regardless, right? It's inevitable, like Terminator. And yeah, so lots of cool stuff right there, all right? But today I'm going to show you a little bit more about a little theory. Okay, so obviously Bitcoin has been going absolutely nuts, and I think that it could be doing something very similar to 2013, actually, right? So if I just show you this chart real quick, actually I've spoiled it already. Where is it gone? So here you go. So this is 2013, all right? And 2013 we had this run up like this, right? And I had quite a lot of gains, all right? And then we had a second run up like this. Okay, so what if that is happening now, right? This is a premature bull run, you could say, right? And then we have the sense comes into the market, and then we really take off, right? Because that would be very interesting. And this is the pattern you can see has happened in Bitcoin's history, right? Obviously, it's not the 2017 chart or the 2022 top, right? But we're going way back. And obviously, seeing as we have more money coming in now, it's changed the game a little bit, right? So if we was to look at that, what would happen? So I've got the 2013 chart, put it on a bars pattern, and we've got some unbelievable results, right? So you could see as of recent times, so let's say Bitcoin keeps going, it might go to 118K, right? So that's really cool. A lot of people will be happy. And then we might see a flush out like that. And then we might see something absolutely crazy. And that is 400K around about, right? That's insane, right? As in, it's a possibility. It's not out of the question. These type of things could happen inside of crypto. But yes, obviously, this is just a theory. It might not happen. But you've seen it happen before in the same pattern. And obviously, now that gold ETF is, well, not gold ETF, the Bitcoin ETF is out, then obviously, yeah, you might be able to see something like that. And after that, expect a dump and like to go really, really low down again, because that is the way Bitcoin works. It works in cycles. That is how I've been able to buy the bottoms many of cycle. If you can actually check my old videos, my first videos where I was buying Bitcoin, it was at the bottom. All right. People were saying that's a golden move. I got the golden moves. All right. So yeah, you can check that, fact check me on that, and see if I did that or not. And the whole thing is right is psychology, as in you buy when other people are fearful, when everyone's saying it's rubbish. That's a good time to get in, right? And that's with a whole bunch of assets, right? So, for example, if you're looking at psychology, if we were just look at the market real quick, sorry for the brightness, as in, we've got overall market and obviously doing pretty good, like with Bitcoin. Some are not so much well, um, but for example, we've got the overall gainers today. So we've got Cash, we've got the TA network doing pretty good. Starknet, we've got a couple of cool ones, right? Doing all right. But these are the top coins, right? And then we've got actual altcoins dumping. Okay. So if you're aware of this, earlier on today, altcoins were going crazy, and maybe some of them are still are, but now we're seeing them dump. So my thing is, I don't really mess with altcoins, and the reason is because when are you going to sell them? All right, we need to be able to predict these things, and obviously you can look at cycles. Altcoins don't really have cycles. The only one I would definitely say does have a bit of a cycle is Dogecoin, right? You can actually see it does, but the rest of them, it's the rich people playing with you, man. It is literally the whales playing with your bags, and obviously you can make absolute crazy gains, but you can also lose absolute crazy gains. So that's why I would rather stay out of that. I feel like it's a lot easier to try and get those golden moments in cycles. Look at things in macro, and that's how I play the game. All right, and that's how I've been playing it and doing well with it. So it's up to you. You can go for the hype, right? The hype narratives, and go for go for memes. But yeah, you're just taking a lot of risk. Yeah. So yeah, and if you guys want to know way more about obviously trying to get a good strategy, then you should come and join me in the Patreon, and yeah, we can just join me. So here's the actual cheat sheet, right, that I use, and this gives us a great understanding and be able to rate projects. So for example, I actually rate on many of different aspects. So for example, I rate on teams, partners, coin utility, the idea, the website, and the product. Okay, and yeah, there's a lot of things that you need to consider. Obviously, there's tokenomics you might want to consider as well. But you can get price targets inside of this sheet. But yeah, I have over 160 coins now, as you can see, the whole bunch of coins out here, and it's ranking them. Okay, so literally, this is how I've got a great portfolio. This is how all the Patreons have got a great portfolio, and it helps you sift through all the rubbish and all the opinion, and where you can actually just see it for what it is. All right, so if you was to look down here, you've got a top 20 new coins, you've got top 20 coins overall for all the bond markets, you've got all the different narratives, and inside of these you literally have top 10s overall. You have top 10s lower market caps of under 5 million, you have ones from 5 to 30 million, and then you have another one at like over 30 million. But yeah, all these categories, right? So we're ready for all different scenarios. If, for example, supply chains become really big, then we got you covered, man. All right. So this is literally the game plan to get us to the top. All right. And if you want to see me there, see you at the top. All right. If you want to see me there, then come and join us on business class tier right here. Only 35 spots remaining. And yes, I'm still the cheapest guy in this market. So if you're wondering whether you should do it or not, then just sign up. You can always cancel if you're not happy. But then yes, I'm the cheapest guy. So every people you're gonna cost about like £100 to get in. I'm for $39.99, man. I'm cheap, okay? And I'm actually giving you it all on a plate. And if you want to just join for a lifetime access, you don't have to use Patreon. You can just get here and pay in crypto. But also, one of the gems I added recently is on beast mode. All right, there's a new gaming beast that we found inside of my Patreon and inside of Discord. And one of my great members actually found it, so shout out to him. And yeah, we've reviewed it. It's looking very good, and it is actually in the category. It went to number 1 inside of the 5 to 30 million market cap section. Okay, so it's very, very good. If you want to get this and find this out, just join the Patreon. You can check it out amongst loads of other really cool ones as well. So definitely check that out. But yeah, in terms of projects, okay, so I think obviously that gaming is going to do very, very well, and also AI. So if we just go to like categories, actually in coin market cap, I'll just show you what I think could do potentially quite well. And this is nothing to do with the actual cheat sheet, but it's actually just showing you where you can find gems. So at the moment, Immutable X is #1 inside of gaming, got a current market cap of 4 billion, which is absolutely nuts, right? It's doing well. And yeah, this is broken its all-time high, like, early, right? Immutable X is doing very good. And you've also got, like, likes of Multiverse X, which used to be Elrond, a whole bunch of games doing fantastic. So some people, they write off big caps, but at the end of the day, if they are doing very good, if they're doing good development, there's a lot of things coming out from them, then yeah, they're still going to grow. Okay, so I wouldn't write off big caps as well. It's all about fundamentals. Have they got a good product? And that is what we want to be looking at. So yes, we've got a whole bunch of other ones as well. But if we go down, obviously the risk becomes a lot more, right? And you can see that these is where you want to get. If you want to get like the 50x's, we're going further down now. If you're trying to get 100x's, then you're going way further down now, right? So we can just keep going. And you start seeing that ones are a bit more riskier now. And then, if you want to try to get the 1000x's and all that type of stuff, then yeah, you're going to be a lot further down, right? Maybe on the fourth page, maybe, right? This is where you want to get the 1000x's, for example, market cap being like, 23,000 or something, right? That's the type of things you might be able to see. But yeah, these are risky, okay? All of these are risky. And obviously, you're not going to put in a whole bunch of crazy money into these. Like, you can imagine that if you put like $10,000 into one of these and it went crazy, then yes, you may become a millionaire. But who is really going to put $10,000 into one of these risky projects? So this is where, if you want to help with portfolio management and being able to literally sift out through some of these things and, maybe scale into bigger things and scale down, well, I can help you with that too. Everyone has their own approach. My personal approach is to have a whole bunch of risky ones as well as mid risks, mid caps, and then also high caps. Okay, so that's how I run it. Some people might not recommend that. They'll say, oh, only have 5 coins, but let's be real now. Okay, 5 coins, if they don't perform, then you messed up. And what if the rest of the market outperforms your coins, right? Because your assumptions. So my thing would be not to have 5 coins. You have to diversify your risk. And people are going to say whatever they say, but how risky is that? You've got a market full of hundreds of coins and you only went into 5 and then those 5 didn't pump. That's a bit crazy, right? I want to be exposure to lots of different assets, and that is how you get the game going, right? Because the reality is that, okay, I know lots of people want to push their own narratives out because they think the coins are great or whatever it is, but the reality is data doesn't lie, and you have to have a strategy. And this is a strategy. Join the Patreon, and there is a link in the description for that. So do your thing, man. Do your thing. Cool. So that is gaming, okay. But what about AI? Let's just quickly have a little look at AI and see what is going on with that, all right? Because we just want to see like some of the big movers. So AI, big data, we're going to look at that, all right? So we've got Bit and Sour doing pretty good, 4 billion. We've got Near Protocol doing very good. Render doing very good as well. So obviously we've got a couple in the billions already. And we're starting to get more money inside the alts, right? But I think this is going to go a lot further. And yeah, we've got a lot of good ones that you can see on this list. But as you go down further, obviously the risk gets more riskier. And yeah, at the moment, we're doing very good at the moment with AI. And AI is on the trend, I would say, at the moment, right? Gaming wasn't long ago. AI is on the up now, already doing it. And yeah, I think all these narratives are going to play out in the bull run. So you should definitely be paying attention to all of that stuff. And yeah, so obviously, if you want to get all of this, you know where to go and do your thing. And that is some cool stuff. All right. If you don't know anything about this stuff, then I'm going to quickly show you my strategy. Okay. So I have a strategy, and it was based off the Moneyball movie, right? And it's actually a strategy that a baseball team used. So let me quickly show you that real quick. So this is Billy Bean. He faces a hard challenge because he's trying to grow a baseball team and he doesn't have a lot of money.
There are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap.
So then his general manager sets him a really hard challenge.
Find players with the money that we do have.
So this being a hard task, because how are you supposed to get really good players on a limited budget? Then he meets a guy who changes the whole way of thinking about acquiring players.
Who are you?
I'm Peter Brand.
Peter then shows Billy, Brad Pitt, his secret strategy that can find undervalued players but for a great price.
I believe there's a championship team that we could afford because everyone else undervalues them.
He uses a data-driven approach to pick the diamonds in the rough.
Card counters at the blackjack table. We're going to turn the odds on the casino.
And change the odds he does because he changes history and wins 20 games in a row.
It defies everything we know about baseball.
So yeah, that is it. Okay, that is the strategy. But you know, you're probably thinking, why the hell did I show you something about baseball? Okay, so this strategy has been used in the past by other people. Actually, another guy called Ian Bellina, and I'll quickly show you what he actually done. Right, so Ian Bellina used this strategy in 2017. I was around in 2017. And he turned 20K into 5 million. All right. So this is a back tested strategy. Okay. And yes, using a spreadsheet exactly like my one. And it was publicly documented as well. So yes, it is some cool stuff right here. Right. I don't care if I get loads of views. I'm not about that. Okay. It doesn't matter if I get like a ridiculous amount of views out here. I'm trying to really do it out here. Right. I've got a proper strategy and that is it. Okay. If you want to really know about how the breakdown for this, then here's a little clip and how I break it down. All right, introducing the money ball cheat sheet. So how does it work?
Step 1.
You have to find the potential coins by keeping your ears to the streets, digging deep into the crypto realms, find those diamonds in the rough. After that, I add the coins to my system, which I currently have over 70 coins already reviewed, and it's growing, which brings me to
Step 2.
I review each coin with 7 different criteria, and they are teams and advisors, the partners, the idea, the website, the product, the social media presence, and the coin utility. I then proceed to give these coins a specific grading criteria from 1 to 10. Then we combine the scores to get an overall ranking for them, and that lets us separate the good from the bad, the weak from the strong, giving us the best possible chance to get some good coins in the up and coming bull run. And I didn't stop there. No.
Step 3.
Price projections. So you can get my price projections for each and every single coin. I give you 2 price projections, 1 bullish target and 1 super bullish target. And this is using data from the last bull run to be able to project where we think some of these coins might go. There you have it, man. And obviously that's a dope strategy and it's been working for me for a long time. And yes, I'm just trying to bring this to you and share what I am doing. Okay. And yeah, on other notes of that, obviously, you know, join Patreon down below, check it, business class. That's how you get it. Here you go. Click on this button and you'll be happy. All good. So yeah, but obviously, I just want to talk to you for a bit, okay, just before I go, because obviously my time is quite limited. What are you guys doing right now with your funds, all right? Obviously, you might not want to tell me, that's all good, but I can tell you now, you should be hustling, all right? You should be putting as much as you can into assets because, look, inflation is crazy. If you're holding on to your money right now, you're just getting eaten away, right? So the mission is to find the best possible things you can, all right? And that is how we can get to the top together. That is what I'm doing. I'm working my ass off to try and get as much as I can into these markets to do pretty well, right? And, you know, if you want to have a retirement plan or whatever you're trying to do, that is how you do it, right? You bust your ass when you're young. And then obviously I'm not that young, but yeah, try and bust your ass so that you can retire one day and relax. And that is what I'm trying to do. I don't know what you guys are trying to do. Let me know what you're trying to do in the comments down below. So yeah, let me know that, of course. And yeah, like, I don't know, I've heard other people also talk about, you know, their strategies, right, for selling. And I actually have a whole strategy, which I'll be dropping very, very soon. It's just a time thing because, like I said, I'm hustling, man. I'm trying to work out here. I'm doing loads of things. I'm actually a UX designer / researcher by trade, doing a lot of different things as well as this. So yeah, it's literally trying to get that hustle on, right? And yeah, what are you guys doing though? Like, for example, on your selling, for example, I've heard people say, they're like, oh, have a number in your head of when you want to get out, and then you get out of that. What if that number doesn't hit? Okay, so my thing is, my strategy does actually cover you for this. So it's all about, you know, not doing like random numbers in your head and all this other stuff, because we get out on signals, right? When the signal's out, we're out, right? Whether you got a 2x, whether you got a 10x, when you got 100x, it's besides the point, right? It is literally safety. Okay, so you know, you can keep with those numbers in your head. Oh, if this is 100x's, then I'm out. Okay, it might not 100x, then you never got out and you went to 0. Okay, so that is why I don't agree with that statement. If some people say, a lot of the bigger YouTubers say that, I don't agree with that. Okay, use indicators, right? That's how traders use it. We're just doing this macro, okay? Be a trader, but on a macro level, and that's how you do it. But anyway, I've taken your time up for, for a long time now. Link is in the description for the Patreon. Join it, all right? You won't forget it. You won't regret it, sorry, and you won't forget it. So yeah, definitely do that, and I'll hope to see you in there. But if I don't see you though, I will see you at the top. Peace.